Hey, what's up? John Sonmez from SimpleProgrammer.com. So I thought I would just read this email I got and the response that I put, because I think this is a good, I like to read some success story emails to hear from all of you who have had success from this YouTube channel, from the stuff that I've produced. It's pretty awesome. It's encouraging to get the positive emails where people have succeeded and they've done what it takes. So I'm just gonna read you basically this email. It's a little bit long and it's a little entertaining, I think, and then I'm going to read you the response that I wrote. I've anonymized this, so I won't be saying any names here, but here we go. So it says, hi John, I wrote to you in the past about small stuff, some questions, but this mail is not about that. I'd like to share my success story and how you played a part of it. I'll anonymize the unimportant details. So about half a year ago, feels much more than that, I was working in a software company as a junior developer. I've had about 5 years experience, which is a lot to be a junior, and also I wasn't making proper money. The proper market rate, and he says average market rate, I know that you're worth what you can ask for. From my experience back then was, it wouldn't make much sense in dollars and you wouldn't be smarter if I told you my local currency. So let's say 100 gold coins. I was making about 60 gold coins at the time. Let's rewind a bit. End of the previous year, I was really hoping for a promotion. Since the middle of the summer, I've been busting my ass, becoming better, and actually giving a fuck about what I do. I even received praise on that, and other company members received promotions, even to the senior level, only because they've been there for some time. That was about the time I found your videos in your book, Soft Skills, This Will Play a Part. So the book, Soft Skills, since he mentioned it. So eagerly, I marched into my manager's office and hoped that even with a little scolding, I'll get this. The evaluation was the following. We value you as a member, but not so much to get a promotion, but you'll get a whopping 3% salary increase. So I was now getting 62 gold coins. Whoa, it felt worse than not getting anything. 3%, a rounding error. This was the time I decided I should quit. I'm a developer in a field that's highly sought after, Java/JEE dev, with 5 years of experience. If I don't know shit, some large company will hire me for at least 80 gold, I thought. I quit a little later, exactly the day I received my yearly bonus, and decided to take some time. At least I can finish my exams in peace. Oh, did I mention the company was very anal about getting a degree, so they pressured me into getting back into the university. That didn't quite go so well, but that's another story. So my plan was to finish exams, then go look for a nice job, preferably around 100 gold salary. This was a time when I was actively reading, coding, and developing my skills almost every day based on the principles outlined by you in your videos. I'd begin to read coding and or tech books, improving my skills. I tried to have some discipline in my life, working 6 to 8 Pomodoros a day at least. Average was lower. Then an opportunity came along. Amazon was hiring in my country and held a 4-hour interview. Okay, I said, might as well go abroad and have life set. I doubled down, did whiteboard exercises, studied up on data structures and algorithms, coded, and read about the company as much as I can. I feel the interview went well. I even got the phrase genius solution for one of my code pieces. I felt very good and gone home happy. After 4 exhausting hours, I felt I stood my ground and did what I possibly could, especially after talking with the other candidates. I felt I stood out and performed very well. I didn't get the job. I asked for feedback. They didn't provide that. Well, fuck. But then not just but you'll get the picture, teachings kicked in. I wasn't sad, not even annoyed the slightest. First, I really gave it all. If they didn't want me, well, okay. Secondly, I had a plan B in effect and began interviewing at local top companies. I botched a few, shit happens, and I was on one interview where I almost got hired on the spot. I walked in, we began to talk, and they got increasingly pleased with me. In the end, they were confused when I asked stuff. It was funny. I remember the guy said the following sentence. Well, if you'll come, not in English obviously, I was at the interview at Thursday, I got called on Monday and they offered me about 110 gold coins when I asked for 100. 110 shiny gold coins with the king's portrait on it. I can buy a lot of wenches for that, or maybe even plate mail armor. Also, there weren't any interviews and offers at that time because it was August and everyone was on holiday. I was running out of money and planned to move to a new place. I waited 2 days, took a deep breath, and rejected the offer. 110 crowns is a lot of money, but the company was working mainly government contract. I knew that I'll grow old there and do the same stuff for eternity. Derping there for a few months was an option, but I didn't want to do that. I called my family and asked for a loan and continued the interviews. In the end, I was a little in debt, but succeeded in the number 2 company I wanted to go to. Oh, and also they pay me 125 gold coins even without me asking for more. In the end, everything worked out well. I was going through some personal hardships during these times, but I held my head high and pressed on. I was saying to myself, trust the process. Even when I got the 110 gold offer, that was not good enough. In the end, I was right. I believe I've just started to dramatically improve my life. The company is very good, but by no means the top I can reach. I plan on starting a tech blog. Well, I have, but only one article and lots of drafts. I'll send you a link when it's properly up. And improving myself as much as I can. And you, John, played a huge part of my journey. I watched your videos constantly, read your books, rewatched some of the better ones, and applied the principles you outlined. You didn't do any of the work I did. I didn't wait for a miracle, nor encouragement or motivation. I just pressed on and worked. What you did was providing me with experiences and advice I would have took a long time to learn on my own. For that, I thank you wholeheartedly. Please keep up the good work. But I'm a cheap fuck, so you'll get a $1 subscription for now. I even pirated soft skills. Sorry, I'll buy a hard copy, I promise. If you wonder what he's talking about, you can join the Patreon community and get access to some stuff, but he's donating $1. Pirated the book. Maybe I'll upgrade later, but sincerely recommend your stuff to anyone who asks and continue to be your fan. Sorry for the long mail. I wanted to write even more, but I cut out the unimportant bits. If you'd like to share this, you're welcome to do so, but please anonymize it a little further. So I did. No names here. That's pretty interesting. So here's my response here. I said, lol, LOL at the admitting to pirating my book, ha ha. Pirated or not, I'm glad it helped you so much. More importantly, I'm glad you helped you. So many people don't take action. They hear good ideas, they nod their head, they do nothing. You did something and you didn't give up. Not only that, but you raised your standards. You decided what you wanted and what was acceptable and didn't just wait for it to come to you, but did what it took to get it. Congrats. Enjoy those wenches. All right. Take care. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. You can subscribe below and you'll get 2 to 3 new videos a day. And if you want to email me one of your success stories, you can email me at john@simpleprogrammer.com. And I'll talk to you next time. Take care.